And this is, like, we were just talking before about how this, like, double Sheik team works kind of really good against that last composition of, like, Sheik Peach, where
they can keep up, yeah.
They can keep up, and it's not like you're not dealing with explosive damage or just straight dying. This could be completely different with Puff Fox.
Yeah, I mean, the way that double Sheik wins this, if you're going to win it, is you do a mix of like boxing out Puff, because you're not punishing hard with rests or repeated aerials often, and you're going to be edge guarding Fox. Those are your ways to keep up.
Did you see that magnet hands on the right?
Quite far, yeah. I think that sometimes in teams, the camera tricks make it seem like Fox recovers even farther than he actually is, which is already very far.
Yep. And Fountain, dude. Fountain, it's not in teams, but when you see like some of the recoveries Fox does off screen, you're like, ah.
Comes from off cam, yeah.
But yeah, I was noticing, what was it against Aklo?
Great edge guard.
Wow, they're off to an amazing start. Yeah, but I was noticing the last set Kevin and Eve were playing that Kevin was playing really, really tight, really well until like just like very like life-ending like mistake.
Yeah, it was fell apart a little bit. Yeah. I mean, the first couple games were extremely close. They had one dominant one, but yeah, it was tough. So, you know, holding it together, you know, they look like they could be the strongest team in this tournament. It's just the question of, like, you know, it's a classic Fox Puff thing. Puff is frail, Fox is made of glass, right? So if you can't hold it together, it's tough.
I mean, I understand why this is like the starting stage for sure.
Yeah, this is a neutral in a lot of positions.
It just seems like a very doubles neutral stage. Like everyone thinks like Battlefield is like the singles neutral stage, but this is like I see almost a lot of the higher tier players like come here first.
Yeah, and in a lot of matchups that have Fox involved, you see like XP as a neutral run.
Yep.
Or even singles sometimes.
Yep.
It sounded like it was in stereo, but there's only one Fox. And they kill Kevin Maples early again. A big part of this, I used to have my secondary teammate, my side teammate, I don't know what to call him.
Side teammate?
I was playing,
just call him the side piece?
Yeah, when I was playing with my side piece Beetle, I used to have him yell like, "Be careful, don't run toward the edge." Because like, as hard as Fox, sometimes you're used to this, not sometimes singles, sometimes in doubles, that killer mentality of like, oh, I need to take that stock really fast.
Yes.
But it can be a trap against a team like this in double Sheik where you're losing your stock too early. The risk reward doesn't line up the same.
No, especially when you have like a slower character like Puff. You're kind of playing this like dual role where you're the aggressor and also support for her when she's getting suffocated.
Yeah.
And like when you get someone off stage, it's more so like up to you to make the decision of like, is it worth it to go straight for the kill here or help my teammate who's like slow and could also just, I could help suffocate and then like create higher advantage, whereas I might not get the kill for edge guarding. It's tough. Like it's a lot of like very quick decision making.
Yeah, I mean, that is the nicest thing, and also one of the biggest burdens of Fox, is you can be on both sides of the stage at the same time, basically.
Yes.
With how long your effective range is.
It's almost like cursed by luxury. Like you have the ability to be there, to do whatever.
Yeah.
But so you're burdened with all the options.
Yeah. But you have to, because, you know, you're frail enough off stage that you have to take it. That's like your big advantage in games.
Yeah.
And your full power.
Yep.
And, you know,
and
a bunch of everything else.
let's not get it chopped here. Yeah. He's got a lot of things.
He's just got low life. He's a low life character.
Yep.
All right, so Jmook and Krudo taking the first
one of the Sheiks there.
Yeah. I mean, this is, I don't know if we said it, this is a run back from Winterside.
Yes.
Where Kevin Maples and Eve actually won. Right?
Yep.
So the onus was on Jmook and Krudo to prove that they had what it takes, despite it being a somewhat close set. And now the onus is back on the blue team to show that the first set they played was not good.
Correct, yeah. And that's, oh god, those needles. Yeah, that's always like the awesome dynamic of double elimination when you're making like a deep run. You're like, we're trying to prove that this wasn't a fluke, and y'all are trying to prove that was a fluke.
Yeah. Or at least that it appeared to be a somewhat even set the first time around, I think.
Right. More so like not like a fluke, but like that we are able to do this.
Yes, consistent.
You can't take this every time.
Yeah.
I think the thing I noticed the last set they played was that Eve lived literally forever every time.
And we talked about it here, that one of the things I like about the way Eve lives forever, some people get sort of over-focused or over-centralized, overvalue perhaps, just living a long time and don't interact. Eve is doing a pretty good job of interacting in a relatively safe way at, well above 100. Especially against Sheik, who's not been able to kill Puff, right? You can do that.
Right, because you can live forever and do nothing. Like, that's like the philosophy about like fighting ice climbers and things a lot, where you kill the Nana and just kind of let the Popo live forever.
Yeah.
So you don't give him Nana back. A lot of times, like, they just kind of tend to do nothing but live forever.
Yeah, and I think Puff is one of the characters in the most danger of behaving like that.
Yes.
Because, and even if it's not on purpose, like a strategy that I would use with, I played Fox Peach mostly, is you just box the Puff out.
Yeah, you're a huge doubles enthusiast. Like, I remember at SmashCon, you're walking around like screaming, doubles?
Yeah, it's funny how many people know me from yelling teams. Like, teams matches, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it was like a big part of the strategy. You just box out Puff, because it takes Puff a long time to recover. Puff will recover from anywhere.
Right.
It's hard to edge guard that. Just hit them away, who cares if they're at 100, you double team their teammate, get a bunch of %.
Yep.
Or take their stock. And, I think that Sheiks are somewhat apt at doing that. The problem with playing against Puff Fox is that Fox can stall for time pretty well, even in the scrap situation, right?
Yes.
You start doing a lot of safe pressure. You really need to get the frame advantage. You need to get the jump on Fox first to get that damage going, which is something that Sheik's not particularly good at.
Oh, and I love whenever I see that just kind of like wave dash back air and then catch the double jump with just like not even jumping, doing just a straight second one.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying feeling.
It really is.
Something about like two aerials in the same motion. This feels good.
And then living it too while you're doing that off stage.
Yeah. She can go pretty deep.
Yeah, but this is I don't see a universe. I mean, I love Eve, and Eve is like an MVVA homie. There is no universe that she could take us far.
Even as Puff being one of the better 2v1 characters, that's not happening.
So I don't know. I don't know. What are you thinking for the counter pick here? Because FD was worse.
FD, I feel like, is like by so far the strongest stage for Fox Puff against Double Sheep.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out. So you go back. There's a philosophy question. Do you go back to the same stage you just got beat on, or? I would.
I would too.
I would.
If I know it,
really
if I'm playing like Ganon on Yoshi's, like, and I know that's my best shot, I'm going back.
The only other stage I consider is maybe Stadium.
Yeah.
Kill a little earlier. Even off the side, I think the side blast zones are a little closer.
Yeah. Do you think it's an issue of kill power for this team?
No. And I think that this platforms help them more than it helps Fox Puff by a lot, right?
Do you see an argument for Dreamland again?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, just straight no.
No, I mean,
FD.
Yes, I see an argument, and it's what you're saying, is that when they had success in the last set, it's in part because Eve lived for so long, so often.
And meaningfully.
Yeah, but like the length of your life is relative to the length of everyone else's life in Melee, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to be killing Sheik a little bit earlier and killing Puff a little bit earlier, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you go back to FD. Really, I think what you want to revisit here is strategic in nature.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed about the red team, they are often playing very close together. So they're sort of like extending their Sheik zone of control across just one area rather than like two separate ones. Maybe you find a way to like wedge Fox in the middle of that. Maybe you decide to crunch them from the outside. Okay, yeah, I don't know what the answer is exactly. But that's what I'm thinking about, even more than the stage, is like, what about the stage is going to enact you to do that? Maybe what they're thinking is, with an additional angle of attack, they'll be able to get in between, like wedge themselves between the two Sheiks a little bit better.
I can see that, to be honest. I really like how you think about this game, man. It's very refreshing.
Yeah, the problem, well,
unlucky miss.
Now's not the time to talk about me. They get Fox off the stage. Wow, nice save from Eve. Eve also had very good saves in the previous set. That was a big part of it.
Yes, Eve was always there with the down airs.
I mean, Puff, one of the best at saving Fox, in the game. But was able to
might be
it.
close.
Yeah, Peach is pretty good too. Puff is just so hard to counter off stage too.
Yeah.
Weak air up smash, a nice find from Kevin Maples, and that's that explosive kill power I think we need to continue to see.
Oh, but Evo's holding forward for that forward air and DI'd right out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great counter edge guard, but yeah, maybe didn't need to lose a stock that early. We have the transformations on, too.
Yes.
Honestly, probably better for Fox Puff, right?
Yeah,
Because
I
Puff
would
can
say
just
so.
disengage, and Fox has an innate advantage.
It kind of allows them to not just get like strictly zoned by the two Sheiks, like to have like their like air zone suffocated.
And I don't know if maybe my perception of Kevin Maples is like colored a certain way because I've seen Kevin Maples grow over a long period of time.
Yes,
right.
I remember when Kevin was Ryan.
Only like small snapshots of it. So I don't watch like a ton of Melee in general.
Yeah.
So I only see Kevin Maples every here and there. But I sort of feel in my storytelling heart that the turbulent nature of Pokemon Stadium favors someone like Kevin Maples.
Yeah.
Who's this like adaptable, I don't want to say freeform, that's not quite right. But is able to take those like weird circumstances, and that's what makes him such a strong doubles player, right? Able to take those strong circumstances, those weird circumstances, and make the most of them.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Stadium with transformations, plays into that a little bit.
Yeah.
I've always thought that Kevin was pretty strong on Fountain, right? For similar reasons, that the platforms were moving around. He was rather able to like change up the style a little bit based on it.
100%. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, I agree with you, is like incredibly malleable, I would say.
That's the word I was looking for. You've done it. You found the word I was looking for.
Definitely malleable. Any kind of like chameleon almost. Like, I was really hoping. Oh my god, what a great
Good punish
sequence.
Doesn't end in the stock,
enough.
but it is like 60%. At this point, it's not enough though, you're right? Because they're down 2 stocks. They're on their last legs.
Oh! I swear, if Kevin got that shine there was a window of hope. But
I mean, it's still there. Not a kill yet. Yeah, it's pretty tough. They need to play so well. They need to play so safely, which is not something you can really afford to do in doubles often.
nope. And now it's going to be on Kevin to play the best 3 stocks of his life.
Yeah. So here's the game plan.
Oh, he's dead. So here's the game plan.
I was going to say, here's the game plan. On this stage, you hit one against the tree, you kill the other one. While the other one's coming back, you kill that one. Then you stall for another 1 minute and 15 seconds until the next transformation comes up.